Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Unstoppable Dominators Wrestling Results channel. Impact on Access TV results for November 18, 2021. We kick things off on Before the Impact. Come on. Of course, this would give me the spinneroo thing. Alright. So we have Brian Myers versus Sam Beal. BTI exclusive match. It's a battle of teacher versus student. As Brian Myers takes on Sam Beal tonight, Beal quickly asserts himself moments into the match. He charges into the corner, but Myers sidesteps and sends him over the top rope to the floor. Myers uses his experience advantage to remain in control with cavalry offense. Beal avoids the roster cut clothesline. Then follows up with a top rope crossbody to create separation. Myers hits Spinebuster for two of Rich Swann, Willie Mack, and Zicky Dice and VSK, sorry, I got distracted, are seen watching the match from backstage. Myers comes back with a top rope elbow drop for a near fall. Myers hits two roster cut clotheslines to win. Brian Myers defeats Sam Beal's BTI exclusive match. After the match, Brian Myers crosses the line and delivers a sickening steel chair assault to Beal. It's the last stop before Impact's first live special in almost 2 years. Turning Point this Saturday at an all-new Impact is on the air. Steve Maclin versus Laredo Kid. If Maclin wins, he's added to the X Division title match at Turning Point. Steve Maclin battles Laredo Kid with X Division title implications. If Maclin wins, he'll be added to the X Division title match with Trey Miguel and Laredo Kid at Turning Point. Maclin launches himself through the ropes, taking out Laredo on the floor. Laredo avoids a spear and then soars off the top with a senton bomb to the outside. Laredo hits multiple springboard moonsaults for two. Maclin comes back with a running boot for a near fall of his own. Both men are down, following a cartwheel DDT from Laredo and a big clothesline from Maclin. Moments later, Maclin hits the running spear in the corner, followed by the mayhem for all to win. Steve Maclin defeats Laredo Kid. If Maclin wins, he's added to the X Division title match at Turning Point, which he did. The X Division title match at Turning Point will be now a three-way as Trey Miguel defends against Laredo Kid and Steve Maclin. After Brian Myers gave Sam Beal a con chair on BTI, Rich Swann challenges him to a match this Saturday at Turning Point. Trey Miguel vows to defeat Steve Maclin in a three-way X Division title match at Turning Point and bring an end to his undefeated streak. Chris Sabin tells Ace Austin to prove himself by defeating him in a rematch at Turning Point. After initially declining the challenge, Ace changes his mind and makes it official. A brawl breaks out as Sabin outsmarts his adversaries, locking Fulton inside a fridge. I would have done that too. Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, The Inspiration, Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay, versus Undead Bridesmaid, Kimberly and Brandy Lauren. Before the Inspiration defend the Knockouts World Tag Team titles against Decay in a rematch at Turning Point, they look to eliminate the Undead bridesmaids from their division. Kimber chases Jessie around the ringside area, but walks right into a roundhouse kick from Cassie. Brandy quickens the pace, delivers a sliding drop kick to Cassie. Jessie turns the tide, allowing the Inspiration to hit a double team powerbomb for the win. Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, The Inspiration, Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay, defeats Undead Bridesmaids, Kimberly and Brandy Lauren. After the match, the lights go out as the K surround the Inspiration in the ring and send them a message ahead of Turning Point. Chelsea Green prepares to challenge Jordan Grace for the Digital Media Championship at Countdown to Turning Point, live this Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Impact Digital Platform. Meanwhile, Matt Cardona and W. Morrissey both want the next Impact World title shot, leading to the match between the two at Turning Point. Impact World Champion Moose blindsides Eddie Edwards during an interview with Gia Miller, and a brawl breaks out. The fight spills into the Impact Zone where Moose powerbombs him on the apron. Eddie gains momentum with a series of steel chairs shots, followed by a double underhook powerbomb. Eddie places Moose on a table and climbs to the top of a ladder, but Moose retreats just in time. On the other side of the curtain, Scott D'Amore tells Moose that his Impact World title match against Eddie Edwards at Turning Point will now be a Full Metal Mayhem. Mercedes Martinez stakes her claim to the Knockouts World Championship when she challenges Mickie James this Saturday at Turning Point. Impact World Tag Team Champion Doc Gallows with Carl Anderson versus Hikaru with Bullet Club, Chris Bay and El Phantasmo. It's a clash of giants before the Good Brothers defend the Impact World Tag Team titles against Bullet Club at Turning Point. Gallows immediately goes on the attack, bringing the fight to Hikaru on the outside. Bullet Club distracts the referee, allowing Hikaru to deliver a low blow and gain control. Gallows fights out of a chinlock and creates separation with a back-to-back clotheslines. Gallows hits the sit-down powerbomb to win the match and build momentum towards the Saturday's title showdown. Impact World Tag Team Champions Doc Gallows with Carl Anderson defeats Hikaru with Bullet Club, Chris Bay and El Phantasmo. Gia Miller conducts an interview with former Knockouts World Champion Deonna Purrazzo. This is the first time anyone has seen the victorious since losing the title to Mickie James at Bound for Glory. Purrazzo is not receptive to any of Gia's questions and states that only reason she's present for the interview is because she's contractually obligated. After refusing to provide any additional information, Purrazzo says that the world will just have to wait to see what her next move is. Scott D'Amore gives Finn Juice an opportunity to get back on track and puts them in a match against Decay at Countdown to Turning Point. Eric Young says that his issues with Rhino will be over forever when Violent by Design battle Rhino and Heath at Turning Point. Johnny Swinger, Hernandez, and Falaba versus the Demon and Decay, Black Torres, and Steve, Crazy Steve. Johnny Swinger and his crew look for revenge on the Demon in this wild 6-man tag team match. Torres headbutts Swinger, followed by tandem offense from Decay. Hernandez turns the tide with a sit-down powerbomb on Steve. Moments later, Steve bites Swinger and makes the tag to the Demon. Decay flies over the top to take out Hernandez and Falaba on the floor. Inside the ring, Demon defeats Swinger by submission to score the victory for his team. The Demon and Decay, Black Torres, and Crazy Steve defeats Johnny Swinger, Hernandez, and Falaba. Decay offered to help John E. Bravo make Johnny Swinger happy in exchange for his virgin blood. Digital media champion Jordan Grace claims that Chelsea Green won't be able to get the job done when they battle for the digital media title on Countdown to Turning Point. Knockouts World Champion Mickie James said she should have known better after Mercedes Martinez attacked her from behind last week. Don't miss Impact's first live special in almost 2 years, Turning Point, this Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Impact Plus and YouTube for Impact Ultimate Insiders. Check out this loaded lineup. We have Moose defends the Impact World title against Eddie Edwards in Full Mayhem. Mickie James defends the Knockouts World title against Mercedes Martinez. Brian Myers battles Rich Swann. Eric Young and Joe Doring take on Heath Slater and Rhino. Ace Austin goes one-on-one with Chris Sabin. W. Morrissey clashes with Matt Cordana. The Inspiration defend the Knockouts World Tag Team titles against Decay. Trey Miguel defends the X Division title against Laredo Kid and Steve Macklin. The Good Brothers defend the Impact World Tag Team titles against Bullet Club and more. Minoru Suzuki versus Josh Alexander. A first time ever dream match headlines tonight's episode of Impact as New Japan Pro Wrestler legend Minoru Suzuki collides with Josh Alexander. It's a stalemate in the early going as Alexander counters the armbar and Suzuki counters the ankle lock. Suzuki locks in another armbar, this time on the ropes, to do some serious damage. Suzuki takes out a security guard for stopping him from using a steel chair. They brawl to the top of the stage, where Suzuki hits a big running boot, sending Alexander tumbling down on the ramp. Both men exchange chops, then strikes in the middle of the ring. Suzuki attempts the Gotch pile driver, but Alexander fights it off with a back body drop. Alexander hits the C4 spike to win by pinfall. Josh Alexander defeats Minoru Suzuki. Next, we have Josh Alexander celebrates this monumental victory as his wife Jade watches on from ringside. The hottest reality show in all professional wrestling returns next week with a Wrestling House 2 Thanksgiving special. And then Impact goes off the air. That's all for Impact. My suggestion for this Saturday's pay-per-view, I think it's either Bray Wyatt or Braun Strowman will be making their debut on Impact. It's either one. Maybe both. They might show up. I think Bray Wyatt might show up and face to face with Moose or attacks Moose. The lights will go out first, and we see Bray Wyatt, his new character, maybe, or we might not. We might hear Braun. Well, maybe hear his voice as his new character, you know. But we'll see how it plays out. I will not be watching it. I'll be doing my results for you guys on it. So stay tuned for this weekend's Impact Wrestling results. I'm Unstoppable. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way guys do not miss an upload here on this channel. I'm Unstoppable, and I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.